what are the like best starter pack, like the starter pack for podcasting? Like when I say,
I mean, I look like you got it. I mean, to starter pack, if you want to say starter pack, you got some lights. You got your cameras is your iPhones. That's a great camera. And you got some Shure mics. So I mean, you really then you got the Zoom recorder. So you have a great starter pack.
Thank you.
The next level would be, getting like
What's good, y'all? Are y'all having a hard time starting conversations in large rooms? Do you need to find more effective ways to draw attention to yourself without wearing a fancy outfit? I figured out a hack. You need some Financial Revolution merch. Everything is a staple piece that represents Black wealth. You are what you wear, so make sure you join the rest of the billionaires and get some FR merch. We have hoodies, sweatsuits, t-shirts, and much more. Make sure you visit www.financialrevolution.com and use code podcast for a special 10% off. Again, go to www.financialrevolution.com and use code podcast for a special 10% off. Let's get it, y'all.
To the high level, that's a really great camera. But the thing about it is, so in the FX, one of them, FX30, FX31, they might even both, I'm not sure, but they're qualified for Netflix. That's really important too. That's the thing. When I got the cameras, the Reds, I said, let me get the least expensive camera that Netflix is going to accept.
Wow.
Because at one point before I bought the cameras, I realized that we were making history.
Yeah.
Right. So this is going to be told in a documentary style setting.
So now, like, y'all gonna have footage that y'all can put on platforms like Netflix, and y'all don't have to.
So that's what I was thinking about when I got the camera.
Very futuristic.
Yeah. So I was like, this is like we're gonna be taught in textbooks, and this is gonna be told. We're making history. We're literally making history.
Yeah, are.
So I was like, it has to be recorded on cameras that studios like Netflix is gonna accept.
Wow. So how did you just looked up like what type of cameras Netflix is?
Yeah, you could just look what cam, and it changes all the time. Yeah. Like those Sony FX wasn't on there. If they were on there, I would have probably got those because those are a little cheaper. Especially if that $1,500 one Sony camera's on there. That camera is amazing.
You know, a lot of times when you get these cameras, it's not really the camera; it's about the lens that you have. Does the Sony one?
Well, first is lighting.
Lighting. Okay,
lighting is the most important.
Are my lights good right now? What would you change? They're
doing a job.
What would you change about my lights? Like, what can I add?
So those lights have no softener in it, right? So it's really hard. So you put like they usually have a soft box. This is so skinny. You'll put like a foil, like a foil over it.
Oh, you talking about that black?
Yeah, it's a soft box. So those lights are really hard.
Okay.
So,
but I can adjust it though.
Yeah, but they're still coming from a hard. You have to soften it. You have to put a filter in place to soften the light.
Okay.
So that's the first thing. So I would get Aperture makes some good light. They make some really great lights actually.
Aperture. What's Aperture?
Aperture's a company of a light.
Aperture. Okay.
Aperture. Yep. Aperture. So I would you could do to start off. You could do like I think it's like a 100X.
Okay. 100X.
They're really good. Or 200X.
200X. Okay.
They're really good.
Okay.
You want to go to the next level? Is 300D.
Okay.
And then the next level is 600D. That's when you got some shit. You pop it.
Everything good. Okay.
Yep. But those are the first things.
All right. And now, in terms of cameras, you said the Sony,
lenses.
The lenses.
You go to Sigma Art lenses.
Sigma Art lenses.
Sigma Art lenses.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm gonna look it up.
They make lenses for every single type of camera. Right. If you can stretch it, you get the 24 to 70 lens on all three lenses. If you have three cameras, and that can kind of that focal length could capture mostly every single angle, the 24 to 70, and those are some great lenses. Where like for instance, a 24-70 is like $1,200 for Sigma.
Okay.
Art, but if you get a Canon lens, it's like $2,500.
Yeah.
But the Sigma is probably better than the Canon. Cheaper.
Okay. And in terms of audio, what are
you have some great mics.
Great. Okay. Are these like the basics or like?
No. These ain't basics.
Okay.
The pod mics would be the basics.
So what would be
the Rode pod mic?
Rode pod mic. That's the ones that you.
That's $100. No, it's $100. This is like $249, right?
Yeah.
So you would go. Yeah, this is I live this shit. This is the second. I would say this is the middle.
Okay, middle.
And the third highest would be the SB.
The Shure SB.
7.
Yeah,
yep.
Those are like $400 a piece.
Correct.
Exactly. That's what we're working towards.
So it's three levels. You can start with the pod mics, which is cool too. They're good. They're good. The problem is they hear the sound around also. these are starting the dynamic, so it's taking just the sound in front of it. So you know, this is actually really good. But if you want to get a little bit better, a little finer in audio, you go to the next one.
So I'm on a Revolt network now, so I'm just like,
Congratulations! Don't let that. Heard you won a competition and all that.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
How'd you do that?
So basically, actually, I saw it on. I was going to Revolt World, and I saw it on like their site or something like that, and I'm like, oh shoot, let me like try to get in. And basically, you had to send in a pitch deck, and then your pitch deck had to get selected, and then I had to compete at Revolt World against 4 other podcasts. And once I competed, I used like my value add in the space. Like I was the youngest person there. And also, like their whole thing was like being original, right? And how is your podcast original? And I'm speaking to a whole audience that like a lot of people are trying to get in tune with, but they have a hard time getting in tune with. And then it's just like, I am that audience. So it's just like that competition level was that. And then I also gave like the judges gifts and stuff. Like I was just really thinking out the box. And I was able to, finesse my way into winning. So it was God though, most importantly though.
That's it was God.
Yeah.
That's
But
dope.
yeah, so.
Congratulations. That's dope.
I appreciate that.
Revolt War was pop. It was nice. It was dope.
Nice.
Did you see Lauren London?
I didn't see Lauren London. I'm so because it was during the same, like it was a lot going on.
She gave a really good interview, and you could tell that she hasn't been giving interviews, and she's still like
grieving.
Yeah,